Do you trace dress patterns like this for your sewing projects? Don't turn them into a crime scene. Instead, watch this video and up your tracing game. So, tracing is a widely used rookie technique and is a short way to accelerate your sewing learning curve. It's also used by your friendly neighborhood designers like us when our customers find it hard to send their measurements and instead send clothing that fits them well. Today, we are stitching a rumal skirt for a lovely customer. There are two key principles when it comes to tracing the pattern of a dress onto a fabric. One is the flow of the fabric, the other is the fold of the fabric. Flow of the fabric refers to the drape of the fabric, how fluid the fabric is, and also the alignment of the design patterns, whether you want to align them horizontally or you want to align them vertically. Once you have figured out the flow and decided on the design alignment of the fabric, you'll be able to decide on how to fold the fabric to trace the design and then cut it. This is the vision we have for the rumal skirt. For the upper portion, the design should be vertically aligned, and for the skirt portion, it should be aligned horizontally. The fringes of the skirt will have a nice cascading effect like this. So, top part vertical alignment and bottom part horizontal alignment. Since the bottom of the skirt is the largest part, we fold the fabric horizontally. Fold the fabric once, right at the middle. Find the midpoint of the folded fabric and fold it again. Fold the dress as well and align the folded part of the dress to the folded side of the fabric and the open part of the skirt to the open side of the fabric. This helps to ensure symmetry between the left and the right side of the dress. I am going to cut the miniature rumal skirt to make it easy to demonstrate a nuance. Anatomically, our waistline has a curve like this. So we give a slight curve when we cut the fabric too. We will allow for certain seam allowance, typically half an inch on both sides. Kachak, kachak, kachak. Skirt cutting done. And kachak. Curve cutting done. Now, we are going to release this fold on the open part of the skirt. The skirt cutting looks something like this. Now for the top, we will use the same double fold principle to ensure symmetry, but we will turn the fabric around for the vertical alignment. If there is enough fabric left, you can refold it vertically like this and cut the top. But in this case, we hardly have any seam allowance to stitch the fabric. Since we aligned the fabric horizontally, for the skirt portion, we will have to join the fabric at the middle to get the vertical alignment. It will become clearer in a bit. Here, we will allow for seam allowance on all four sides and cut. Kachak, kachak, kachak. And at the bottom, there is a fold, right? Remember, we released a fold in the fabric we cut for the skirt part? Similar one. We will cut that as well. Again, anatomically, the back portion of the armhole is positioned a little wider than the front portion of the armhole. So, even here, the front portion of the top, we will mark and cut 1/4 of an inch to accommodate that. This is what the skirt looks like, right? Similarly, you will have the top part coming in together and the skirt part below, and you will sew here, here and here, and the skirt will have a cascading effect like this for the final look. Leave a comment if you have any questions. Also comment dress if you would like us to custom design a lovely outfit for you. Also share our video with slow fashionistas and DIY designers in your community. That's it for today, folks. Okay, love you. Bye.